Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start off today by asking how you're doing. It's a question we need to ask ourselves every day. Self-care is vital for our mental health, and so taking a moment to ask ourselves how we're doing and being honest with our answer will help each of us navigate this pandemic. It will also tell us when we need to seek help from loved ones or professionals. It's important that you know there is nothing wrong with needing help. In fact, I want to focus on this a little bit more today. But first, I'd like to share some of the pictures that have been sent in from kids in our community. I know they are brightening my day, so I hope these will help with yours too. The first one is from Olivia, who is 6 years old. I love the rainbow, Olivia. Great job. The pink hair is also an awesome touch. The next one is from Adriana, who is also 6, and this picture is hanging in the family's front window for people to see as they pass by. I love this one, Adriana, and it's important for us to remember to be kind to one another. Well done. Our final picture today is from Caleb, who is 12, and we can see he's washed and sanitized his hands before putting gloves on because Caleb has clearly been listening to Dr. Strang's message. Great job, Caleb. Thanks again to everyone who's sent something in. We've had over 50 so far, and a reminder that you can send them to david.mitchell@bridgewater.ca with art contest in the subject line. We can all use something to help us through the day. I know there are many in our community who are fortunately coping well with the current situation we're in and managing to get through each day with little or no difficulties. This is a good thing and important for our community. If this is you, I need you. Because I receive a lot of messages from people who are struggling at this time. It could be financial issues, depression, anxiety, or another matter not even related to COVID, but it's certainly being heightened because of it. We all need to be understanding of the fact that we don't all process things the same way. We all need to check our judgment at the door, and instead of looking down on someone, we need to be looking out for them. If you see a mother in the store with her young child, instead of snickering about why she brought the little one to the store when it's only supposed to be one shopper per family, perhaps offer to shop for her if she doesn't have childcare. While we're supposed to limit our non-essential driving, we also need to remember that for some, leaving their home is an escape from a situation we might not be able to relate to. Now more than ever, we need to be there for each other. I spoke to someone today who recently lost a parent but cannot find the closure they need because they cannot have a proper funeral at this time. Could that be that frontline worker you just got upset with? I spoke to a man last week who lost his job and felt humiliated that he couldn't provide for his family. Could this be the person frustrating you because they are taking a little bit longer to move forward in the line? These are our friends, these are our neighbors. And if we're in this together, then folks, we need to be in this together. We need to be compassionate and understanding. We need to ask questions before questioning motives. We need all hands on deck, so please reach out to a senior from your church or that neighbor across the street that you rarely see. Call that old classmate you know still lives around here or that coworker you haven't seen since your business had to close. Have a FaceTime or video family dinner with loved ones no matter where they live. If you're going shopping this week, see if you can get something for someone else. To those who I mentioned are fortunate to be coping well during this, I need you. I need you to help support this community. We cannot do it alone, but we cannot fail if we do it together. I'm going to move on to some of the updates from the other governments today, but thank you for listening, and I know you're working hard to do your part. The Canada Emergency Response Benefit opened up today, so please check online for which day of the week you can apply on, as it's based on birth month. For those born in January, February, or March, today is your day to apply. The Prime Minister also thanked financial institutions for cutting credit card interest rates in half. Provincially, we had 31 new cases of COVID-19 reported today. Most are still travel-related, but community spread is happening. That brings our total to 293 confirmed cases with over 10,000 negative tests completed, and 64 people have fully recovered. Travel has now been removed as one of the screening questions on the online assessment tool now that there is community spread in the province. We also found out today that over 55 fines have been given to individuals and businesses. While that number may seem low in a province with almost 1 million people, the fact that some still don't seem to get it is frankly unbelievable to me. While the majority of these are in HRM, they are not alone in this being an issue. Today I received a photo from someone showing people parked alongside Shipyard's Landing talking only a couple of feet from each other. What is going on in your head that you think this is okay? What gives you the right to put our community at risk by disrespecting the Health Protection Act? We will continue to have community and spread in Nova Scotia as long as people continue to think it won't happen to me. There is not one person who received a positive test for coronavirus that thought it would be them. For the sake of everyone in our community, smarten up. If you see these things, you are asked to speak to the individuals, or if you aren't able to do that, to call the non-emergency number in the community that you see the violation in. You do need to be willing to report it on record for action to be taken. When the Prime Minister and the Premier ask us to do our part, this is the part of that ask. Finally, some of the provincial programs will go live online at novascotia.ca as soon as possible. I cannot stress enough that if we all do our part, we will shorten the time we are in a state of emergency. If we all do our part, then our medical teams, our grocery store workers, and other amazing people working on the front lines will get a chance to rest. If you won't do your part for you, I'm asking you that you do it for them. They're hurting, they're exhausted, and they just want this to end. We are the decision makers in this. We, the people, are the ones who determine the end date based on our actions. I'm proud of so many of you for following Dr. Strang's advice. I'm proud of the parents who have had that tough conversation with their kids who want to know why they can't see their friends. I'm proud of this community for pulling together to help each other, and I'm asking you today, if you can, to pull just a little bit harder. Thank you.